Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Hello, friends and family of Helen and Penny. Welcome to the Botanical Gardens. I've just got a few announcements to make before we start our wonderful celebration this afternoon. I'm just wondering whether everybody can hear me okay, if I have to sort of raise my voice at all. Lovely. I don't want to be shouting at you. Thank you. So there is no scheduled fire alarm test today at the Botanical Gardens Pavilion. So if you do hear the alarm, which is apparently a rapid bleeping, then we're directed to leave the glass house and congregate on the lawn opposite. If you are feeling overwarm, which it can get in here because it's a glass house, please let one of the venue staff know and they will be able to open the skylights a little bit more. If you are caught short and need to powder your nose, there are public toilets to be found down walking the central pathway down through the gardens. It's 100 metres, which is roughly 100 yards in old money, past the fountain and to the right. And also there are toilets at Joni's Cafe, which is to the left of the pavilion. A note about phones, please can you put them on silent, as we don't want to be hearing the Star Wars theme in the middle of the vow exchange. Helen and Penny are very happy for you to take photos and post them on social media, but don't forget there is a brilliant photographer, or that's what they say, that's what they tell me, here, who will take some fantastic photographs that you can share after, and then you can relax and enjoy the ceremony. So thank you very much. So if you are able, please stand for the arrival of the star of the show. Thank you. So we have the star of the show, Flower Girl Princess Ivy, Ring Bearer Parker and Helen, followed by Josh, Tom and Penny. Nice deep breath. Yes, are we ready? Ready to begin? Brilliant. Guests, please be seated. Thank you. You are all very welcome to the wedding of Helen and Penny at Sheffield's unique Botanical Gardens. And I'm hoping you're all at the right wedding and you've not sort of gate crashed. If you have, you're all very welcome as long as you brought a gift. My name is Helena Collette and I'm honoured to be your celebrant in this beautiful space on this beautiful spring day on such a wonderful occasion. And can I just say, you all look and smell beautiful. I have never seen so many good-looking people all in the same place at the same time. It's fantastic. Penny and Helen, I don't want to look for you to look round at your guests and just admire how beautiful everyone's looking before the cocktails start flowing and people start tying ties around their head and tiaras start going askew. But today we celebrate the union of two people, and marriage is the legal and ceremonious recognition of this union. It is the cornerstone of human society, offering stability, partnership and continuity. Penny and Helen have undertaken their legal obligations this morning by signing the wedding register at the Sheffield Town Hall. And now they are officially Mrs. and Mrs. But marriage is not just a written contract, it's much deeper than that. It is having companionship and shared dreams, free expression of laughter and tears. It is navigating the calm seas as well as the stormy waters of life's journey together. It is love from the past, in the present and into the future. Helen and Penny wish to declare this love not only to one another, but to you, the most important people in their lives. And this ceremony allows us to discover their unique story, admire their values and appreciate the personal vows that they've made together. Helen and Penny have chosen this venue for their wedding as an open space area of peacefulness in the heart of this bustling city. An oasis of calm, if you like, but with no Liam Gallagher, thankfully. I hope you love the tranquility of the fountain and the stunning acacias as much as they do. The couple had fond memories of bringing their children to play in the extensive gardens here and walking amongst the exotic plants in these wonderfully preserved glass houses which were built by local architect Benjamin Broomhead Taylor in the 1830s. So they are nearly 200 years old. Can you imagine the stories this glass and iron could tell? And here today we are creating another one of these stories. We are celebrating the start of a new life Penny and Helen are embarking on together. In fact, the water feature here is called the spring, which is very apt. The spring is renewal and growth. It is light and positivity after the dark days of winter. And the couple are looking forward to the long, warm days of their summer of love. But of course, Helen and Penny are not alone in this celebration. I must make special mention of the couple's children. Give everyone a wave. We've got Josh, Tom, Jessie and Emily, and Parker. And last but not least, Ivy. Give us a twirl with that beautiful dress. All of the children have helped create the foundations of this marriage from its beginnings, when they encouraged their mums to be brave and to get out there and take a chance on this new relationship, to today when they have all their support. Ivy is the most beautiful and shiny princess that I have ever seen, and the way she scattered those petals were very theatrical. Parker, you are the most handsome gentleman in the room, I think, and everyone will agree. Have you got those rings safe? And now the big children. Josh, Tom have accompanied Helen and Penny this morning to the town hall to witness them signing the wedding register, and Jessie will be reading a poem for us a little later. But first, I would like to ask Emily to tell us about the art of marriage. Do you want to sit? I think you sit now. Emily, do you want to come forward? Thank you.
Happiness in marriage is not something that just happens. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is at no time taking the other for granted. The courtship should not end with a honeymoon. It should continue through the years. It is having a mutual sense of values and common objectives. It is standing together facing the world. It is forming a circle of love that gathers a whole family. It is doing things for each other, not in the attitude of duty or sacrifice, but in the spirit of joy. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is not looking for perfection in each other. It is cultivating flexibility, patience, understanding, and a sense of humour. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow old. It is a common search for the good and the beautiful. It is establishing a relationship in which the independence is equal, dependence is mutual, and the obligation is reciprocal. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner.
Oh, thank you. A round of applause there. That was brilliant, Emily. Thank you very much. That was beautifully read. And I think we can all learn something to benefit our own relationships from that reading, so I do hope you were taking notes. Wilfred Peterson says that marriage is an art. And this bodes well for Helen and Penny, who are both artists in their own ways. Penny fashions chocolate, and Helen sculpts the written word. So don't be too critical of this. This leads me to explore their story of how they first came to meet. And every good story needs a good title. And I have entitled this Chocolate and Cake. Good on their own, but amazing together. It all started a number of years ago when Helen, a Sheffield-based journalist, was booked to interview an acclaimed chocolatier, Penny, in a city conference room. Penny had recently won a prestigious award for her truffle creations after sourcing new ingredients in South America. Penny remembers she was very intimidated by Helen's very stern and professional approach in the interview. But that didn't stop her from taking round a box of the prize truffles to Helen's office afterwards. And Penny just happened to include her phone number and email address in the box. Very subtle. They both admit that they felt something just clicked when they were absorbed in their first conversation. And so it was no surprise that Helen followed up the meeting with a thank you call, which of course was an opportunity to ask Penny out for a drink. Very smooth work. For a couple who had been both single for a while, they certainly showed confidence and conviction, cheered on by their children. It was only later that Helen admitted that she isn't a particular fan of truffles and is more of a cake girl. But despite this devastating news, their spark and connection started to grow. The creation of the best chocolate cake, if you like. Their story is something they wish to share loud and clear with friends and families, colleagues, and the wider community, and today, in a declaration of love and commitment. When I've met Helen and Penny, I've been so impressed and by the respect that you have for each other, your professional lives, to the creativity and nurturing of your homemaking. You appreciate similar things like food and drink, people watching at the coffee shop while the little ones have gone for the swimming lessons, and the odd murder mystery or box set on the telly. Helen and Penny also like a mix of the countryside and city life, which is reflected in their chosen venues for today, here in the open space of the Botanical Gardens and later in the industrial-inspired Mowbray Hall in Kelham Island. And Penny, you're particularly looking forward to the food this evening after a ride on a vintage coach that you've hired to take you all down to the reception. The couple have found that they see the world in the same way. They reflect each other's views and are on the same page. They even find they dress alike, like today. When they bought their engagement rings, it was actually from the same shop, and they planned to propose at the same time, producing their matching turquoise boxes in sync. The only subject they tend not to agree on is their taste in music. Helen, you prefer your 80s classic, as we've heard at the beginning, a nice little bit of aha takes me back, whereas Penny is keen on, well, we shall see with the exit music at the end of the ceremony. But this doesn't stop them from both enjoying a Friday night evening kitchen disco with the kids, which sounds brilliant. I hope you've got a glitter ball. Of course. Helen, you view Penny as being loving, supportive, creative, and an amazing cook. Penny, you describe Helen as being loyal, committed, selfless, and sees life for all its magic. And I'm sure you'll all agree that these are fabulous attributes to bring to a marriage, almost as good as a set of Creuset pans and a double drawer air fryer. Almost, but maybe not quite. But like all relationships, there have been ups and downs, from joy and harmony to anxiety and insecurity. But Penny and Helen, they've held each other up and stayed strong. They make sure they celebrate each achievement and triumph, no matter how small, and they consciously work on their communication, keeping it positive, flowing and transparent. Helen and Penny also have had the unquestioning support and friendship of their children, not just for them as a couple, but for each member of this new family unit. They have learnt to their advantage that relationship advice from your children should never be ignored. And the children have learnt that the door is always open to allow them to discuss anything in return. I know you are both looking forward to many more years of your blend of city and country life with the children, as well as developing your careers. But you also wish to continue your appreciation of evenings full of Netflix, takeaways, and jelly babies. Are you a head or a foot biter? Head. There you go, in sync again. Helen, you have said that you like Tweedledum and Tweedledee. And Penny, you have denied that either of you are in any way romantic, which I don't accept. Romance need not to be icky, to quote Helen. In fact, I looked up the definition of romance in my old Collins dictionary. And it says that romance refers to the actions and feelings of people who are in love, especially behaviour which is very caring and affectionate. And you definitely have that. So, not icky at all. More like the feeling you have when you're walking into Hotel Chocolat or the local patisserie, or the pie shop, in my case. But anyway, here is a poem that bucks the trend of what we conventionally consider as romantic. And I hope the poem that Jessie is about to read will fit the bill for the ceremony today. So over to you, Jessie.
This is a poem by John Cooper Clarke entitled I Want to Be Yours. I want to be your vacuum cleaner, breathing in your dust. I want to be your Ford Cortina. I will never rust. If you like your coffee hot, let me be your coffee pot. You call the shots. I want to be yours. I want to be your raincoat for those frequent rainy days. I want to be your dreamboat when you want to sail away. Let me be your teddy bear. Take me with you anywhere. I don't care. I just want to be yours. I want to be your electric meter. I will not run out. I want to be your electric heater. You'll get cold without. I want to be your setting lotion. Hold your hair in deep devotion, deep as the deep Atlantic Ocean. That's how deep is my devotion.
Yay! Thank you so much, Jessie. It was like John Cooper Clarke was in the room, I think. That was fantastic. And now we are approaching the time for the commitment. So if you would like to stand, Helen and Penny. So this is the I do, I will moment. So you can respond to me in either way. So please hold hands if you wish. Brilliant. Penny, will you have Helen as your wedded wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honour and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsake all others for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Helen, will you have Penny as your wedded wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honour and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsake all others for as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Thank you. Helen and Penny cherish how lucky they are, and this is reflected in their personally written vows. Helen, I have yours. Oops, upside down, sorry.
I love you unconditionally, Penny. I love the way you care for our family and how we can talk openly and honestly about anything and everything. I love our outings with the kids and Foo the dog. Evenings on the sofa and sampling all the amazing food you make. We celebrate together and support each other through life's challenges. It is what makes us strong. I promise to you that I will keep you close and support you wherever we are. I promise to share all that life has to offer. I will try not to correct your grammar and punctuation in your text messages, and most importantly, I will learn to stack the dishwasher correctly.
Oh, I'd like to be a fly on the wall, sort of in those conversations, I think. Penny, your vows.
Helen, I have loved you since we first met, and although you do not like truffles, I still love you. You make me happy. You are fierce, passionate, and resilient. You make me fierce, passionate, and resilient. I am committed to you because you are so worth fighting for. I promise I will tidy my clothes away and not leave them on the floor. And promise I will learn to improve my grammar and punctuation.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful. Very personal vows there. Okay, and now we come to the ring exchange.
Right.
Parker, have you got the rings? What do you mean, no? Ah, it's tormenting me. Have you pop them on there for me? Thank you so much. A ring has no beginning or end. Its path is endless, and so it is a symbol of your respect and love for each other. By placing these rings on each other's fingers, you are promising not just to love each other, but to honour each other and be compassionate, patient and understanding as you build your future together. Penny, will you place this ring on Helen's left ring finger and repeat after me? Helen, I give you this ring.
Helen, I give you this ring
As a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love,
With a pledge to love and support you.
with a pledge to love and support you
Today, tomorrow, always and forever.
today, tomorrow, forever.
Thank you, that's lovely. Helen, will you place this ring on Penny's left ring finger? Penny, I give you this ring
Penny, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love,
as a symbol of my love,
with a pledge to love and support you
with a pledge to love and support you
today, tomorrow, always and forever.
today, tomorrow, always and forever.
Let these rings be a reminder of your love and how you are feeling today. Oh, I think a round of applause is needed there. And now, Helen and Penny, I would like to invite you now to share your very first kiss as Mr. and Mrs. Congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Fantastic. That's lovely. Would you like to have a seat after that? Are your legs wobbling a little bit? And now we have a symbolic element. So something completely different. So probably not as serious as what we've just done. Penny and Helen want to symbolise their marriage in a fun way, and it's not eating chocolate cake, surprisingly, which will come later, as you'd imagine. And they have asked Josh and Tom to find a cocktail that most represents them. So could I ask you to bring our little cocktail table? It wants the legs with it as well. That's it, so it needs to be sideways. That's it, beautiful. Lovely. It's nice having a beautiful assistant. We could do something. As you can see, it's a simple cocktail. Don't worry, it's a very tasteful cocktail. We're going to make blinis, and I shall explain why. So this famous cocktail was invented by Giuseppe Cipriani at Harry's Bar in Venice in the 1930s, and the bar was a popular gathering place for celebrities and artists like Ernest Hemingway and Truman Capote. There are only 2 ingredients. We don't need any more. 1 part is peach puree. So I would ask Penny if you would pour some of the peach puree into the glass, and probably about half that amount. Lovely. There we go. And there's 2 pots of fizz. You could use Prosecco, champagne, cava, but because we're pacing ourselves today, we've got sparkling water. So would you, Helen, like to be a little bit, oh, she's got those short handwriting, it comes in handy for that. So sort of 2 parts on there we are. Ooh, fantastic. So Jess and Tom describe Penny as being like the peach puree, strong, sweet and smooth. Mm-hmm. And Helen as being like the fizz, bright and bubbly. Mm-hmm. Now the venue staff are coming amongst you so that everybody has a cocktail so you can share in the celebration, in the toast. So the resulting cocktail reminded Cipriani, when he produced this cocktail, of the works of Giovanni Bellini, the 15th century Venetian artist, and hence the drink was named. And we hope that you both enjoy a real Bellini when you visit Venice later this month on your honeymoon, which will be fantastic. And you'll have to see which tastes better. I'm guessing the one in Venice might have the edge, to be honest.
Only just.
So, would you have probably a little stir and a taste?
Shall we do it together?
I think you better.
Shall we?
So, all raise your glasses for the happy couple, Penny and Helen.
Penny and Helen.
Very nice.
Nice, isn't it? Have a bit more of that.
It is. There's no alcohol in it, you know. And just a final few words from me, because you will be fed up with listening to my voice, I'm sure. Marriage is statistically good for us. Married couples are happier and healthier, apparently. So if you are not married already, think about getting yourself booked in. And I have bought some business cards for that purpose. Just have a chat. Penny and Helen, it's been such a pleasure to be the celebrant for your wedding. I have loved getting to know you and your wonderful family and friends. Following your journey has been an inspiration. Love really does conquer all. Dear family and friends, if you are able, please be upstanding. I give you Helen and Penny Hornerdales, your beautiful brides.
Woo!